3, 2, 1, go.
Match 40 gets off to a pretty quick start over here on red. Just about 1 second is all it took to get our first 2 coral scored, and then about another 3 seconds to get the next 2 coral scored, and then one more absolutely just swirls on top of that Alliance Reef peg. Gives them 58 points. The Blue Alliance is 54. That scoreboard lagged behind for a bit, even though the coral looked pretty similar on both sides, and indeed the scores do as well. It was all separated by more or less an algae there. Speaking of algae, it starts making its way upwards in the vertical axis very quickly here in this match. A variety of teams. I can't even attribute this to just one. We've had at least 3 teams scoring algae with robots so far in this match, and the human player is doing so as well. This is a strategy I recognize well from one of these teams in this match, CPR, a couple weeks ago at Northwest District Champs. Working on both algae and coral. Here they're focusing on the coral on the top interface of the Blue Alliance Reef, finding their lane while their Alliance partners handle the algae. There's the Biting Bulldogs out of Michigan, lining up yet another piece of algae scored there. Their Alliance trails by 11 points, now down to just 9, and yet another piece of algae might make that even less. Now we're running out of room to place algae. We talked about this last match, we'll talk about it again. It gets ever more difficult to score them, and the more you score. Fighting Bulldogs taking advantage of being the one Blue Alliance machine able to be over here right now. Can only send one at a time. They'll use that opportunistically to go steal some algae, if you will, from the Red Alliance side of the field. Back to the Alliance Station wall they go, and they'll drag yet more across. They're not even concerned if it necessarily makes it into the barge. They just want it out of the way of the Red Alliance teams, which is the critical concern for them as this match starts winding down and we start looking at ways to differentiate the alliances. 30 seconds left, 21-point difference between your alliances. Coral game starting to amplify over here on the Red Alliance side. Husky Robotics bringing in a level 3, followed up almost by Cybertribe bringing in a level 2. That was a total of a 6-point cycle, 7-point cycle between those 2 alliances. Still 15 points separating your 2 alliances. We now all crowd underneath the center barge. There goes Husky Robotics for red, airborne. Gondoliers for red, also airborne it would look like from this angle. Blue Alliance wins the match. 246 points to the Red Alliance's 231. 6 RP match there for Blue is going to help hold CPR on top of your leaderboards, and TJ Squared